Will this sofa fit? What will my bed look like in my bedroom? And will my office actually fit in my 12 by 14 space? 3 questions, 1 simple solution. Drawing your plan from scratch. I'll give you a full walkthrough in 2 minutes. Most floor plan tools assume that you need an entire schematic layout of all of your space. What we're seeing is that you want to do kitchens, you want to do a bedroom, you want to do an office, and see how the furniture is going to be able to be placed in all different types of use cases. So a few things that you can do with drawing plans from scratch, from complicated use cases to really simple ones. You can see what your bedroom would look like. What would it look like if I have a single bed or a double bed? What if I add a desk to that space? What will it look like? Will it actually all fit? You can do the same thing with your living room. How will a sofa actually work with a lamp besides it? Does that also fit? And obviously for your kitchen, what if I have a kitchen island? What if I don't have a kitchen island? If we make 4 chairs or 6 chairs for our dining room table, will that still work? Maybe exploring also what an open living concept could look like, or even what an ADU unit could look like in your backyard. All of those things you can do with drawing plans from scratch. And you can even visualize what this space will look like using the rendering feature. So let's design a kitchen together. The first step is clicking draw plans from scratch. And let's start sketching out the walls right here like this. Start sketching out the dimensions, making sure they're properly aligned. Fantastic. So 300 square feet, that's a little bit too small. Let's make it about 500 square feet. Obviously, this can match what your existing kitchen looks like. Let's bump it out just a little bit right here. And then let's zoom in. Perfect. So let's go and add furniture. So if we want to add some kitchen dining room chairs, let's add a square table right here. And let's add some more furniture right here, some cabinets. Let's do a L-shaped cabinet right here, put it in the corner like that. And it would be awesome to add a kitchen island with, let's try with 4 stools. Okay, that's good. And let's rotate it like that right here. Then actually, let's just reorganize it like this. And let's go ahead and put a door right here. Hinge door right here that leads into the kitchen. All right, so I set a basic layout. Now the next step is visualizing. So if we click this space, we can actually go and put in an inspiration image here. There's an image that I found online of a really nice kitchen. So I put it in as a style reference right here. And then I go back to my scene and just click visualize. And then I can drag my camera right here and then position it properly. And I'm going to drop in a prompt that I wrote previously. So add cabinets to the wall with a backsplash, make the walls beige with flooring that's oak, and add some art to the wall. So we have everything set right here. When you're ready, just click render scene. This usually takes about 60 to 90 seconds to render out. Okay, this looks great. So it added wall art. It rendered out the scene perfectly. We are adding the ability to resize furniture in not that long. So you're going to be able to really fit exactly the dimensions in exactly what the space will look like. So that's kitchen layout, that's furniture layout, and that's drawing floor plans from scratch. It's super easy, it's super flexible, and you can really imagine what's possible with your space. So what are some of the limits of the drawing floor plan from scratch? Well, you need to know what your dimensions are. When you're drawing out the walls and understanding the space, you need to know what the square footage is so you can understand what furniture can fit within that space. The furniture assets aren't yet resizable, but that's going to be possible really soon so you can get even more precise into what's possible. The rendering also has some limitations. If at first generation you don't like the rendering, you can go back and change the prompts and regenerate until you get the rendering exactly like you want. Structural changes still need a professional involved. This is still for inspiration purposes and understanding what's possible with your space. Make sure and consult an architect when you think about those big structural changes. So who actually uses this? Well, homeowners that really want to understand what's possible with this space. You just moved into a house and you have a spare bedroom and you want to know if you should turn it into an office or keep it a spare bedroom. Before you really commit to taking furniture in that space and reorganizing, taking a lot of your time, you can just do that on the platform and explore all different types of combinations and even using rendering to see what it looks like in different styles with certain furniture pieces. It's awesome. It's like magic. The new apartment dwellers, so you just moved into an apartment and you want to understand if you should have a 2-seater couch, a 3-seater couch, should it be L-shaped, should you add a TV? You can do all of those things in the platform and also, once again, see what the space will look like. You have an extra piece of land and you want to put an ADU on it and you want to see what this space will look like, but you don't want to commit to doing a whole floor plan. That's also perfect for you in small spaces. And the last one is you just moved into a new space. There's a whole open concept where the kitchen, the dining room, and the living room is sort of all into one. You can really play around and see what the flow of that space will look like and how you're going to organize it. So that's what it's made for. That's drawing floor plans from scratch. It's as flexible as you want it to be, but it can be as specific as you want it to be as well. We're bringing improvements to this feature more and more so we can get even more specific, but it's incredible to be able to explore what this space will look like, reorganize the furniture, soon being able to resize that furniture and generate rendering so you really get a good understanding of what your space is going to look like in a really easy fashion.